Let's talk about Artifact. Hey guys, this is your cat speaking, aka Blue. Some of you know me, some don't. Anyway, this video is going to be about over Steam's Valve's new card game called Artifacts. The game's only been out for about 2 months, maybe even less than that actually by the time this video is going up. Maybe actually it's only been a month. I don't even know. This video is going to be over how to play, what are the rules, my thoughts on it, and opinions over the card game itself, and my experience with it compared to other card games. I have played and still play a few to this day. If you're wondering what card games I touched, well, I'll put up a list. Force of Will, Magic, DBZ, Card Pride, Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh, Final Fantasy, Artifact, Pokemon, and X. Well, duh, to put Artifact in the list. I just like playing card games. It's something I really much appreciate to do. And when I see a new card game, I judge it compared to other card games and how I feel about the card. Basic stuff. Nothing new, complex. Now I know I should talk about one thing at a time, but to show some of the card game plus and minuses, I'm going to go back and forth between deck building and the field of the game, so please bear with me. Hopefully this makes more sense and makes my thoughts more clear on the game to you guys. And note this, I'm only going to talk about the core game mechanics about this game, so if you're looking for a deck idea for this game, I'm sorry. Maybe in the future episode I could talk about deck ideas. So the first major bold point I want to talk about this card game is the heroes, because that is what this game is circled about. Your heroes are the main identification of what your deck is, how do you play, what cards you play, and everything. So heroes, like I said before, is your lifeline. It's how you play the game. When you first open up deck building, the first thing you do is pick 5 heroes to be in your deck. And if you're afraid of having a small selection, well, don't worry. There's 48 heroes, 12 in each color at this moment. So there's plenty to choose from. And each one does have a story or a paragraph about themselves. As well as there is an option to turn them on to talk while on the battlefield. So at times they seem pretty alive and fun to play with. Another huge point that each hero has their own special card that goes in your deck. Again, making it more likable. But there is a downside, which drives me crazy because this could be easily fixed. Is that you're forced to run max copies of their own spell, which is 3. So right out of the gate, before you look at anything else, before you touch another card, you have already taken up 15 cards out of your minimum 40 card deck. Which can be annoying since that takes away from the player having control on making a fun deck or even a good deck, which is something not good. Also in a normal card game, top decking 2 to even at certain situations, you'll top deck 3 of the same card. And in your head you go, well, okay, well maybe I need to run less of this card. But in Artifact, I just go, well, thanks game for screwing me over. And I have a feeling that I'm not the only one who said this. Not the exact thing, otherwise that would have been creepy. And if people defending about the hair as well, saying it's perfect, well, at least you agree with me that we're forced to run 3 copies of something, and taking to make control fun to player isn't a good thing. If the meta says run 3, then that's fine. But when the game forces you to run 3, then it's not fine, because not every game is going to be a meta game or fun games. Sorry to drag this point out. This game. Voice work. Sorry to drag this point out. This game honestly boggles my mind and confuses me. This next step is going to be about heroes on the field and why are they so important. So you might notice that when you pick your 5 heroes in deck building, there's slots that say around 1, 2, and 3. And when you load the game Artifact, you get 3 lanes. And on the first turn, each of your round 1 heroes will go to a random lane with a random amount of creeps or no creeps, and the same thing will happen with your opponent. You never will start with 2 heroes in 1 lane or just creeps in 1, which is my biggest issue with this is that it can be a bit of a hindrance. It's based on more RNG, less control in the person. It would be nice if I could choose which hero goes in what lane. If I saw my hand and want to be like, oh, I want blue cards and green, let me start with my blue hero off first. And it kind of makes it where some heroes benefit more from having creeps around them than have no creeps around them. So now here's why they're so important. When you get to each whatever heroes in that lane, depending on its color is what color cards you can cast in that lane. Examples: if you have a blue hero in that lane, then you can only cast blue cards. If you have a blue and a green hero, you can cast blue or green cards in that lane only. Now each card you're in has a cost unless if it's an item card, which I'll explain a bit more later. And each lane does have a mana pool and a life tower at the bottom of the screen. The mana pool goes up 1 at the end of every turn, and your tower is pretty much what you're protecting while trying to destroy your opponents. Destroy 2 40s or 140 and 180, and you win the game. The 40s being 2 towers, and the 40 and 80 being 1 being a tower, and that tower transforms into, I think it's called a citadel? I don't really remember. The game only told me once. Destroy that, and you win the game. So here, the reason why main heroes are really important is because let's recap it on a couple things. First of all, they let you cast cards in your hand and protect your tower as well. And this pretty much, if you don't have a hero on the field, this makes you stop playing the card game. Which is kind of lame. I know there's other card games that do that in other card games, but they're not like core game mechanics. This is a core game mechanic which stops you from saying, nope, you can't have fun anymore. And it's not like the game is very complicated and this doesn't happen a whole lot. This happens to you, at least on the average for me, feels like almost every turn. To maybe every every other turn. Not every turn. And it really doesn't leave the game wide open for a game design, because then you realize how much less control you already have in this card game, which makes it even less fun. Now, I talked about earlier about how the fountain works and how your hero goes into it after it dies. You're going to wait a whole entire turn before it comes back on. Well, at the start of every new round after turn 1, you can sometimes have your hero respawns back in, or unless they're already on the field or dead, which is kind of a given. But you also get random amount of creeps to each lane that you have no control over. Once again, less control for the player. Yay. As well as that if any empty slots are not taken up by a hero or a creep, then it gets taken up by an arrow. Now arrows are also randomly placed and are also tells the card in front of it to either attack left, right, or straight down the tower. So either you're randomly getting bombarded by your enemy's heroes and the creeps, or your tower is getting randomly bombarded by creeps and heroes. There's less even thinking to in this game than I thought there was before making the script. Now that I got out of the way, let's talk about the other cool things about this game, or at least important. I'm not sure they're cool yet. First of all, creeps. Creeps are basically just means you can run your day. They're pretty much like infantries or like other monsters, but there are colorless. Now, yes, on the card they're green, but when they hit the field, they turn into colorless creeps. Some do have effects, some don't. Just read the card. My biggest problem with the creeps is that, well, just two problems. One, why are they named creeps? Like, why are they named creeps? I need to know this. I have no reason. I have no clue why. I know this game is just off of Dota, but I don't remember anybody telling me about, man, look at those creeps go. Maybe they're just not as important. I don't know. Secondly, why did they lose their color when they're on the field? If they came from a green card, then shouldn't they stay as a green card on the field and make it where you can cast spells if they're still on the field? So next up is spells, and well, there's just fighting spells. Let's move on. Empowerments. These are my favorite type of cards in the game. They're like field spells in Yu-Gi-Oh. They pretty much go on the bottom or top of the screen of your road, island area. I don't know. And it calls special effects that happen every time you go into that lane. So let's say someone does damage to the other lane, some say do damage straight to the tower. They can be destroyed as well, so they're not like free always. The last type of card types that we need to talk about is the item cards, or really equip cards. Most are kind of equips. You have to pick at least 9 of them to go in your deck, and they show up at the end of every turn in a shop, which then you can buy with gold. And their job is to go on your heroes and make them stronger, buff their defense, give them defense, give them higher attack, give them social powers, do damage other ways, move them around, etc. etc. Now the question is, how do you get them? Well, every time you kill the creep, you get 1 gold. Every time you kill a hero, you get 5 gold. So every time you kill someone, you get money back for it, and you use that money to buy for items. Now then, this all sounds plenty and simple, and what I wish items you could buy sounds pretty good. And they could have made this a lot more simpler. However, they fucked it up. Now then, I would like to take your eyes away from my voice into the background of the game to a Reddit post made by GB Baku. Now then, I would like to point out at this time, I'm probably late on this video, way late. The game, I don't remember the game telling me this, nor I have a friend who said the same thing to me. He does not remember the game telling this part about the shop, which is actually very important and very, very detailed, and it should have been said in the game in the tutorial. GB Baku pointed out that in the shopping page, you can be choosing 3 cards. On the left side is a secret shop. Any non-consumable card in the game can appear here. In the middle, only items in your deck can appear here. And the right side, consumables only appear. There's only 4 consumables in the whole entire game. The game neglected to tell you any of this information, by the way. I like to point it out. Once again, Valve holding out the stick of, we don't tell you everything in the game, and well, we'll let the other people tell you. So, yeah, this is a major flaw and a major dumb fuck up on their part. And also leads up more to chance. Also, why does it only the hold 1 coin is only over the secret shop item on the left, and not over the middle item, which is the item you probably want to see the most? because I don't know, you put it in your fucking deck and not just some random ass item that can be broken as all hell. But hey, I guess that's just me. So this this second to the last part may confuse some people who don't play trading card games. And to others, this is the most important thing to a card game. So now your next question is this. What does it mean to be an interactive card game or a non-interactive card game? Well, I'll explain it the best way I can and make it simple. If you're playing a trading card game and if you go, wait, I'm going to do something before that card goes off, or I'm going to do something on your turn, or you make me play this card on your turn, then it's most likely an interactive game. Sadly, Artifact is not an interactive game. It's mostly non-interactive. You guys basically go back and forth and play cards on each turn. There is no like, hey, before that thing happens or this thing happens. Basically, what I'm saying in a more complex way is, or in a more basic one-turn way, is that there's not a priority step in Artifacts. There's not a priority step in Pokemon. There's not a priority step in Vanguard. Well, say to that. There's one in Vanguard. There's 1 and 2 in Vanguard and Dragon Ball Z. But those are left to different stories. Now then, since this is a non-interactive card game, doesn't make it bad. Well, no. Like I said, I enjoy playing all these card games. I have enjoyed playing Pokemon. I have enjoyed playing Vanguard. I'm not a big fan of DBZ though, but that's a different story. And I feel like these games do it right, except for Artifact. It's important to know that you should make out surround your game about being interactive or non-interactive. That should be the first thing that goes into your mind. And I feel like Artifact didn't really bother to put that in this thought at all. I feel like the creators be like, let's just make a card game and see what happens. And yeah, it just happens to be non-interactive. Cool, whatever. I don't feel like they put thought into making it into a good card game. The big overlapping problem. This game isn't honestly just fun to play. It's for me. It's not because cards are broken or overpowered. No, see, the problem with Artifact is that the main core mechanics are either taken away from the play or they do way too much RNG. Like, why am I forced to run so many copies of spells in my deck? Why do my heroes go on the board just randomly instead of let me see my hand first and then I'll place them strategically? If that was the case, then this card game would probably be a lot more better and at least a lot more, strategic, since how easy it is to be taken out from the game when your heroes die. And at the state the card game is have now, I haven't played touch the game in a while. I think like last week, as in this audio file. Some of these audio files are pretty old, to point out. I've been busy. So again, you go from having less control to having no control of what happens in certain situations, and not like being taken out of the card game is fun and enjoyment. Because sometimes you just feel like you're playing by yourself. And if I wanted to play a card game by myself, I'll just play solitaire. And yes, I know there are card games, other card games have limits on how you can play the game or how your opponent can play the game, but they're not core mechanics to the game. This is the difference of what I'm bringing up about this whole video. I'm just talking about the core mechanics and how the card game just works. I haven't brought up any about how cards or social abilities in cards. I'm just talking to you like the basic information you can know about a game. Basically, it's like me describing a first-person shooter. You get a gun and you shoot. That's a core game mechanic. Now, that depending on the gun has superpowers or not, that can add into a special kind of thing. But what I'm talking about the core mechanic of this card game is how cards are played, how do you make a deck, and how to even get gold and stuff. These are all core mechanics. And if the core mechanics are fun, then how come the card games aren't fun either? Or the card game isn't fun either. Sorry, I should say. Alright guys, thank you for listening to me bro about a card game I don't enjoy. And I try to make it clear as clean as I can. If I suck enough at this card game to make some things confusing, then please comment below and I'll gladly try my best to explain more. If you guys think I left something out, I will talk more to you in the comments below, or I'll even make a video about it. Again, this is my first time really doing anything like this, and I even wrote a script for it, and I didn't even go against the script 100%. Yay for me for my English. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, at least found this enjoyable as well as insightful inside of my head at how I think card games should be, or what I think is wrong about this card game. This is your cat speaking, and I'm heading out. You guys have a wonderful day. I know I will. Time to go take a shower, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo!